I'm sure everyone loves summer, right? No school, fun with friends, overall just the best time of the year. But when you live in Texas in the summer, things can get just a little bit heated, both literally and figuratively. Well, something relatively new, but has also been around for quite a while, that really saves my life in the Texas heat over the past few years is cooling technology, especially clothing that can cool you down and dry you off in the summer when you're playing and having fun with your friends. Sounds pretty cool, but I can almost guarantee you that this technology has weaseled its way into every single person's closet by now. So, yes, we're super thankful whenever we think about our clothing that takes time to dry us up and cool us down when we're playing around in the summer. But have we ever thought about how this happens and the technology that goes into making all of our fabrics super nice and cool? Introducing your 2022 National Chemistry Week theme. Drumroll! Fabulous fibers! In chemistry, the definition of fibers are known as thin threads of a natural or artificial substance, especially one that is used to make cloth or rope. Basically, simply put, for us to all understand, a synonym for lots and lots of fibers is fabric, something that we wear every single day in our clothing. So, in honor of National Chemistry Week this year, let's break down one of my personal favorite athletic brands of clothing, Nike, but specifically the Dri-Fit version of Nike. I'm pretty sure we've all heard of Nike Dri-Fit before, but let's get into the nitty-gritty details of how Nike Dri-Fit actually keeps us dry during the summer. If I were to pitch Nike Dri-Fit to you in 3 words, I would give you the following three. 1, absorb. 2, transport. And 3, evaporate. Keep those in mind because they may be pretty useful in the next few minutes. The first step is for your clothes to absorb your sweat. Pretty icky, but hear me out. Only by absorbing the sweat from your body can the sweat be removed. Then, second step, through special channels in the fiber, the sweat is transported to the surface layer of the fabric. As to how these channels work, I'm not really sure, and I'm pretty sure people would say that these are industry secrets. But let's keep going. Finally, the third step is to evaporate. From the surface area of the fabric, the sweat evaporates into air, and boom, you're dry and cool in the summer. Crazy stuff! On the topic of evaporation, let's take a quick look at how science and chemistry are involved in this process. During evaporation, water goes from a liquid state to a gas state, changing its phases of matter. You may or may not have heard of Lewis structures before, but this is the Lewis structure of a water molecule. Now, Lewis structures are basically how chemists look at different molecules to see what each molecule is made of. So this water molecule here is made up of 1 oxygen atom and 2 hydrogen atoms, hence the name H2O. Now that we've gotten a brief overview of what water molecules actually look like, let's take a look at water in the liquid form. Now keep in mind, this is the chemistry version, so it's going to look a little bit different from what you see in your water bottle every day. As you can see here, liquid water is basically water molecules held together by the attraction of the hydrogen bonds to one another. This is called hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding is when a hydrogen atom is attracted to a very electronegative atom. Examples of electronegative atoms are fluorine, nitrogen, and finally, oxygen. There are more examples, but if you look carefully at the picture here, you can see dotted lines showing these bonds, specifically the hydrogen bonds and the oxygen bonds attracting to one another. This is what holds these molecules together and makes water a liquid form. Now let's take a look at water in the gas form. Again, this isn't really something I can see besides when my mom cooks and all the water vapor comes out. But we're going to be looking at this from the chemist's bird's eye view in this case. As you can see from this picture, water in the gas form is simply when there's enough heat to generate energy to break apart the attraction between the molecules. You can see from the picture that the hydrogen and oxygen atoms of separate water molecules are no longer attracted to each other in the gas stage, and the molecules take up whatever space is provided to them. So, to sum it all up, water in the liquid stage is hydrogen bonding when hydrogen and oxygen atoms of different water molecules are attracted to one another. They hold it together and water is a liquid. In the gas stage, these bonds are no longer present, probably because the heat broke these bonds apart. So the water molecules are no longer attracted to one another and they just roam around freely, taking up whatever space they want. So that's it for today's video. In today's video, we went over the National Chemistry Week topic, which is fabulous fibers, Nike Dri-Fit and how it keeps us cool, the science and chemistry behind Nike Dri-Fit, which includes different phases of matter, evaporation, hydrogen bonding, and all sorts of different diagrams to show us the sciencey parts behind it. So next time in the summer, when you're thinking, man, I love this shirt that keeps me so cool, just think back to this video and you'll appreciate it just a little bit more. Bye, guys.